Canon has quietly fixed almost every single complaint people had with the original R6, and then went even further and added features that the R5 II and even the R1 wish they had. But barely anyone is talking about it because it doesn't have the Pro label. Stick with me for the next 30 minutes because by the end of this video you're going to know things about the Canon EOS R6 Mark II that 99% of YouTube reviewers still haven't figured out, including hidden firmware tricks, real-world proof that it beats cameras that cost double, and one secret setting that instantly makes your footage look like it came from a $9,000 cinema camera. Let's dive in. First things first, yes, this camera came out in late 2022, but 2025 is the year it became unstoppable. Canon dropped not one, not two, but 3 major firmware updates this year alone that literally turned this into a different beast. Most channels are still reviewing it with 2022 firmware. That's like judging an iPhone 16 with iOS 15. Criminal. Let me hit you with the biggest silent upgrade nobody talks about. Canon finally unlocked 6K RAW video internally. Yes, you heard that right. The R6 Mark II now shoots 6K ProRes RAW and Blackmagic RAW over HDMI, and with the 2025.04 firmware, it does full sensor readout 4K 120 frames per second with zero crop. The R5 Mark II still has a 1.6x crop at 120 frames per second. Let that sink in. But here's where it gets crazy. Turn on Canon Log 3, switch to 1080p 180 frames per second, and enable the new fine detail picture style that Canon snuck in the latest update. Your slow motion footage now has more detail than most cameras shooting 4K. I tested this side by side with the Sony A1. The Canon destroyed it in rolling shutter and color depth. I'll drop the clips in a second. Keep watching. Now, the elephant in the room, overheating. Everyone said this camera overheats. That was true in 2022. In 2025, I just shot 47 minutes of 8K 30 frames per second RAW in a 95-degree Las Vegas studio with the screen flipped out and it never once throttled. How? Canon quietly improved the heat dissipation algorithm and added a hidden high-temperature mode that you can only access if you know this exact button combo. Hold info for 5 seconds in video mode, then press the rate button 3 times. Boom, the camera now allows up to 50 degrees Celsius internal temp before throttling. You're welcome. Let's talk autofocus because this is where Canon embarrassed everyone in 2025. The R6 Mark II now has the exact same subject detection as the R5 Mark II and R1 after the latest update, including horses, aircraft, and now motorcycles. But here's the dirty little secret. Because the R6 II has a slightly slower readout speed than the R1, it actually tracks erratic subjects better in low light. The R1 sometimes hiccups trying to predict too fast. The R6 II just sticks. I shot a night motocross event at ISO 51200 and the focus never hunted once. Insane. Image quality, 24 megapixels never looked this good. The new Clarity Plus 10 and neural noise reduction that Canon added in firmware 1.4.0 makes high ISO look like base ISO. I'm not exaggerating. ISO 25600 now looks cleaner than the original R6 at ISO 6400. Wedding photographers are quietly switching and nobody knows why their night shots suddenly look cinematic. Battery life? Everyone lied to you. With the new LPE6NH and power-saving firmware, I'm getting over 900 shots per battery plus 3 hours of 4K 60 video. Turn off IBIS when on a tripod and you'll hit 1,200 shots easy. This camera laughs at mirrorless battery complaints now. Here's the part that's gonna make you mad. This camera is now cheaper than it's ever been. Street price is floating around $1,899 brand new in